Cross-cultural psychology. Cross-cultural psychology is the study of how cultural factors influence human behavior, thoughts, emotions, and social interactions. It examines the ways in which cultural contexts shape psychological processes and how people from different cultures perceive, interpret, and respond to their environments. The field of cross-cultural psychology recognizes that human behavior is not universal and that cultural values, norms, beliefs, and practices play a central role in shaping personality, cognition, emotion, and social behavior. By studying these variations, psychologists gain insight into both the diversity of human experiences and the universal principles underlying human psychology. One of the central concepts in cross-cultural psychology is culture itself. Culture refers to the shared beliefs, values, norms, customs, language, and practices that characterize a group of people. It shapes how individuals think, feel, and behave and provides a framework for interpreting social interactions and life experiences. Cultural differences can influence virtually every aspect of psychology, from perception and cognition to personality, motivation, and mental health. For example, collectivist cultures, such as those found in East Asia, emphasize interdependence, family obligations, and social harmony, whereas individualist cultures, such as those in North America and Western Europe, prioritize personal achievement, autonomy, and self-expression. These cultural orientations affect how individuals make decisions, form relationships, cope with stress, and pursue goals. Cross-cultural psychology also explores how culture influences cognition, including perception, memory, problem-solving, and reasoning. Research shows that cultural contexts shape attention and perception. For instance, individuals from collectivist cultures may focus more on contextual information and relationships between objects, whereas those from individualist cultures may focus more on central objects and attributes. Memory processes are also influenced by culture, with cultural schemas and shared experiences shaping what is remembered and how events are interpreted. Problem-solving and reasoning can vary across cultures, with cultural norms guiding preferences for analytical versus holistic thinking or cooperative versus competitive strategies. These findings illustrate that cognition is not purely a universal process but is intertwined with cultural context. Personality and social behavior are also shaped by culture. Cross-cultural psychologists study the extent to which personality traits, such as those described by the Big Five model, are universal or culturally specific. While traits like extroversion, conscientiousness, and openness appear in many cultures, the ways in which these traits are expressed and valued can differ. Social behavior, including communication styles, expressions of emotion, and social norms, varies across cultures. For example, in some cultures, direct verbal communication is valued, whereas in others, indirect or nonverbal communication is preferred. Emotional expression, such as the display of anger, sadness, or happiness, is also influenced by cultural norms, affecting how emotions are regulated, interpreted, and responded to by others. Cultural influences extend to motivation and self-concept as well. In individualist cultures, self-concept is often defined in terms of personal attributes, achievements, and autonomy, whereas in collectivist cultures, self-concept is closely tied to social roles, relationships, and group membership. Motivation is similarly influenced, with individualist cultures emphasizing personal goals and competition, and collectivist cultures emphasizing group goals, cooperation, and social responsibility. These differences have implications for education, work, and mental health interventions, as culturally appropriate strategies are more effective in promoting engagement, well-being, and performance. Mental health and psychological well-being are also shaped by culture. The understanding, expression, and treatment of mental health disorders vary across cultures, affecting diagnosis, help-seeking behavior, and therapeutic approaches. For example, depression may be expressed through emotional symptoms in some cultures, while in others, it may manifest primarily as physical complaints such as fatigue or pain. Cultural beliefs about the causes of mental illness, including supernatural, social, or biological explanations, influence whether individuals seek professional help, traditional remedies, or spiritual support. Culturally sensitive mental health care recognizes these differences and integrates cultural knowledge into assessment, diagnosis, and treatment planning to improve outcomes and reduce disparities. Cross-cultural psychology emphasizes the importance of avoiding ethnocentrism, the tendency to view one's own culture as superior or as the standard for evaluating other cultures. Ethnocentric perspectives can lead to misunderstandings, misinterpretation of behavior, and biased research findings. Researchers in cross-cultural psychology strive for cultural relativism, the principle of understanding behaviors, beliefs, and practices within the context of the culture in which they occur. This approach allows for a more accurate and respectful understanding of human diversity and promotes inclusive psychological research and practice. Methodologically, cross-cultural psychology uses a variety of research approaches, including comparative studies, surveys, observational research, and experimental designs. Researchers often examine differences and similarities between cultures to identify universal psychological principles and culture-specific patterns. However, conducting cross-cultural research requires careful attention to translation, cultural adaptation of measures, and consideration of contextual factors to ensure validity and reliability. Ethical considerations, including respect for cultural norms and values, are also essential in conducting research and applying findings in practice. In conclusion, cross-cultural psychology provides valuable insights into how culture shapes human behavior, thought, and emotion. It demonstrates that while certain psychological processes may be universal, the ways in which they are expressed, valued, and experienced are profoundly influenced by cultural context. By studying cultural differences and similarities, psychologists can develop more effective, culturally sensitive interventions, enhance cross-cultural understanding, and promote mental health and well-being across diverse populations. Recognizing the role of culture in psychology encourages respect for diversity, reduces bias, and fosters a more comprehensive understanding of the human mind. If you found this explanation helpful and informative, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more educational content.